Alrighty, we got our door installed, we got windows installed, I even got the interior doors installed. I added a little sofa from 3D Warehouse into this little space just for demonstration purposes. But once we're at this place, you can kind of decide, do I want to keep adding furniture or do I want to start adding some materials? As a designer, I tend to like to do both kind of intermixed. So this video is going to really concentrate on how to add the default SketchUp materials to your space. So I have my model, and then over here on the right side I have my default tray. Now if for some reason you don't see the default tray, just go to Window, Default Tray, and make sure it has Show Tray selected. This will pop up. The tray has many panels included with it. So here's materials. So you can click on it to close it, click on it to open it. And then you're going to see some swatches inside of this area that will show you what SketchUp has for default. So I'm in carpet, fabrics, and leathers, and you can see all the different things that I have in here, and those are some god-awful carpets if you ask me. But you know, I didn't install this, so I just really kind of question who's putting this stuff in SketchUp. Anyways, so there's that, and then there's, you know, like asphalt and concrete. There's all kinds of things that SketchUp has available for you. Here's wood. So if you want some wood flooring, you can add that. Tile. They even have water, y'all. That's kind of cool. So if you design a swimming pool, you can make it look like it's actually got water in it. Or even a bathtub. So there's some really great materials. So let's say that I want to add this interesting yellow carpet into my space. Well, once you click on a material, you'll notice that your cursor becomes a paint bucket, and that indicates that you're ready to just go ahead and click on the surface that you want to add carpet to. Oh, that's some carpet installed. It put it on every surface. What the heck happened? I'm going to Control Z, and basically what happened was this is a group. The model's a group, and so if you add a material to a group, it's going to add it to every surface. So to fix that, I'm going to use the black arrow to highlight my model, right click, and choose Edit Group. Once I see these dashed lines surrounding the building, I know that I'm in edit mode, and now I can take that carpet and install it right onto the floor. Isn't that amazing? That's so cool. Let's take a look. Oh, it put it in my bathroom. I don't really want that carpet in the bathroom. I want tile in the bathroom. So, to fix that, what I have to do is I have to move this door out of the way, and then I need to place a line to transition the two floorings, or to separate the face, basically, is kind of what we're doing. So I'm going to take my black arrow, I'm going to click off the group, and you'll notice the dashed dots go away. That indicates that I'm no longer editing the group. The door was not part of the group, and so that's why I did that. So I'm going to grab the door, I'm going to move it out, just temporarily. I'm following that red line there. And now what I want to do is I want to place a line right here so that I create two faces. But remember that the floor is actually part of the wall system. So that means that I have to click on the model one more time, right click, and edit the group. You can see that little dashed line kind of sticking out over here, and that indicates that I'm now free to make changes to the model. So I'm going to take this pencil tool, I'm going to click, and I'm going to come over here. I'm doing it right at the midpoints in the doorway, and that's usually where floor transitions happen. And I'm just going to double check and make sure that yes, indeed, it created two faces on that surface. Wonderful. So now if I wanted to come over here, and let's go to tile. Oh, right there. I'm looking through my tile to kind of see what I have. Let's do this one right here. I'm going to click on it, and there it installs the tile. Now what I can do, since I'm still in edit group mode, I just need to get out of group mode so that I can actually put the door back into place. There we go. realign it as I need to, and now you can see that I have successfully transitioned the floor in those areas. So maybe I want to do the same thing for the kitchen. Again, I have to make sure that I'm in edit mode because this is a group. Pencil tool, let's say that I want the transition to happen right here. Now if I want to add that tile to the kitchen, I sure can. Awesome! Now don't let it just limit you from room to room. You can do floor patterns as well, be it a stained concrete mural, that could be kind of fun, or maybe you just kind of want like a couple different materials kind of happening. So I'm going to use the arc. Well, first I gotta edit the group. I got out of it. Edit the group. Arc. I'm gonna go from corner to corner and I'm gonna draw this crazy arc. Just like that. And then I'm gonna come down here to the wood. And let's say that I want this one. I'm gonna go ahead and click. And there I've added the wood pattern. So don't feel like you have to just put one piece of flooring in a room. I mean, you can, but sometimes it's a little bit more fun and much more design-like to add a couple different patterns or a couple different materials in a room to just help people flow from one space to the next. This works for walls as well. So let's come here to the color. I'm just going to use colors. And I have no idea what color to put on here, so I'm going to put something ghastly like this bright blue right on that wall. Isn't that just horrible? Now if you want to do kind of like a wainscot look where there's two colors on the wall, you can definitely use your pencil tool to draw a line to separate and make two faces. And then maybe what we'll do is we'll come back and we'll put that there. Let's put this god-awful green. Oh my goodness, this reminds me of my college room. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I had those colors on my college bedroom at one point. But yes, there you go. So, you know, you could do a circle on the wall if you wanted to. And you could do a different color. Just make sure you grab that. If you don't want that line to show right there, just use the erase tool and it will go very well. But don't limit yourself to just colors. You can put well, maybe not landscaping. I guess if you want grass on the wall, you could. I don't know. What does that look like? Put some grass. Yeah! So maybe you want to do a living wall there. Maybe not. How about some metal? Let's see what some metal looks like. There's some corrugated. Here's some rusty metal. Some stone. Oh, there's so much that you can do with this. So if you want to create murals or if you want to do multiple colors on one surface, that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you go about doing that. The last thing that I want to show you guys is if you have brought something in from 3D Warehouse, like this beautiful sofa that we have here, you can change the materials. Usually, every once in a while you find a piece of furniture where somebody has taken away your ability to change what's happening on the sofa. But if you click on it, you notice that it's all blocked together. So I'm going to right click. It does look like somebody made a component, so I just simply hit Edit Component. And then I click on the surface again, and you'll notice that it's boxed again. So there can be components within components. So I'm just going to keep going. Oh, this is a group this time, so I'm going to edit the group. I keep going until I can't edit anymore. La 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 la, edit component. What I'm looking for is this. Remember those little blue dots that show up when you select a surface? That will tell me that now it's time that I can actually add a new material. So I'm going to go back to carpet, fabrics, and leathers. And let's say that I wanted to make it a blue suede instead. So just click, and there you've got it. I'm going to use the blue selector to keep coming out of this, and you'll see that it did indeed update that material. So I just have to go on all of these different surfaces, edit component, edit group, and edit this component. Let's look at what a different pattern's going to look like on there. So there we go. That looks gorgeous. So once you've got the material on that you want, you just click off until you're out. And there I've got a sofa with 2 different patterns on it. Isn't that beautiful? So the same thing with these mirrors or these windows out here, guys. Like, that is a very aqua blue. If you don't want it so aqua, click on your window. I'm going to right click and edit the component. I'm going to grab the mirror, and you can see that it highlights it right away with those little dots. I'm going to come over here to the glass, and I'm going to choose this different glass right here. So that's much less aqua, much easier to work with, and then I can go. Now what happens if you still don't like this color? Or maybe you still don't like the patterns that SketchUp is giving to you? Well, in the next video, I'm going to show you how to customize your materials.